Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains, another in the series. Well, I just posted two new videos, one on the Red Mercury and one on the Canadian Pacific. So I picked up all three of these engines today for $10.50 a piece at a little antique shop. And the Commodore Vanderbilt, unfortunately, the motor was trashed. The gearing was frozen solid, and it had just literally disintegrated. The teeth were gone off the gearing. So rather than having to tear it completely apart and look for the parts, I just put a new motor in it. Now this is a double reduction 666 motor. I looked through my parts, or actually looked through my motors to see what I had. I put a 400 motor in the Canadian Pacific earlier. So I just had this double reduction 666 motor. So like the Canadian Pacific, I just swapped out the front crossbar and installed the motor in the Commodore Vanderbilt. So it has a lot of power. Double reduction motor. This is also much different than the other Commodores that I've got, as the light bulb screws in from the outside rather than being inside the body of the engine itself. So it's very, very bright. Anyway, this is in really decent shape, considering I got it for $10.50. The Mercury, you don't see them very often, especially red ones with the nickel plating, and the Canadian Pacific, so they're all up and running. Now I ran the Commodore Vanderbilt on the bench, so I've got it on the outside track pulling 25 tin litho cars, and it has the E unit, of course. Like I said, this was a 666 motor that I just modified and put it in here for now until I find, I'll probably put a 400 motor in it eventually. But I had this motor, so it's really simple to interchange these motors once you know what fits what. So in any case, I've got the new motor installed. I'm going to back up here a bit and take it around and see how we do. So the new Commodore Vanderbilt with the 666 double reduction motor. So it's running well, no problem. It's pulling a 13-foot train. So the Commodore Vanderbilt was $10.50. The Red Marx Mercury was $10.50. And the Canadian Pacific was $10.50. And they are all running. So, as I always say, don't overlook the junk. All three of these engines, $10.50 a piece, and they're all running in probably 3 hours work. So, a good day. A lot of fun. And best of all, I got some fairly early engines, and they're all running. So total cost $32 for all of it. And I had the pleasure, of course, of bringing it all back to life. That's the fun part. So I just wanted to do a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, THEVICTROLAGUY@gmail.com. I answer all of my emails, try to answer it the day I get it. So if you do have any questions about anything I've covered in the series, feel free to drop me an email. THEVICTROLAGUY@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.